Right, hi there, my name's Nicholas. Today I'm going to be editing an image I kind of missed from the original set when I did a shoot with Arkyl Cosplay. No idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So I did a photo shoot with him as a Death Knight from World of Warcraft in Newcastle Castle, in Castle Keep. So it's quite a grand location, really fits with the World of Warcraft kind of background. As you can see on my Facebook page here, what are you doing? As you can see by Facebook, it's got so many random things that just like to pop up. And you can see this image here, which was from the original set, if it actually loads. And this was just taken just outside, and you can just see how perfect everything is. So the image that I missed was actually this one, where now I don't know I've not played World of Warcraft, so I knew the location would kind of fit, but like when it came to effects and stuff, I really had no idea. So Arkyl, who was describing things to me, described this portal, smoke, some head thing, effects, and yeah, like so I basically stood him in this doorway and put a red light on, because he described it as a doorway comes through, and then when I saw some images later on, this was the kind of thing, which is kind of just in the middle of nowhere. Like, it could have been any bloody where. Now I don't know what this head thing is. Oh, it says Deathgate there. So, but I did find this picture. My mouse is uselessly. It often, when you're scrolling, it'll just right click. I really need a graphics tablet, but I don't. I don't do fancy editing, so I haven't justified the cost yet. So yeah, I found this one. I don't know if this is it forming, like, oh, there's a flash of light, then the skull appears, and the smoke appears, and it goes, oh, and then the Death Knight. I don't know. I tried googling, like, see if I could find a clip. I had no idea what I was looking at. So I think this is more doable, but as you can see on the actual image, I put red. Now, that really should have been purple, but I was none the wiser. Maybe if we had internet there, like if we could get a signal in Castle Keep, I might have been able to quickly find it and right, okay, purple. But basically, I'm just going to wing it and see if I can do this image to kind of same quality that I did the other images. That's his dad taking a picture while I was getting a good angle. As you can see, like, I put a smoke effect on the sword, but actually decided for the portal one not to have the sword, just to mix it up a little bit, and that's another one I've got to edit. Maybe I'll do that one at the same time. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, let's crack on with this one. So I'm going to open Photoshop. I'm going to find the actual photograph. Right. Now this is a bit wonky. Maybe Arkyl will actually not like that. It'll bug him, and he might decide to not even share this image. But I would rather give him the choice than me just assuming, because I don't know what people like. I know what I like. Generally, I do this to please myself. Other people's opinions come later. Though I am trying to make more of an effort to do things like this and to promote myself, because like the amount of attention I get compared to some people in the area is not as great. Despite the fact that a lot of people feel safe and relaxed on a photo shoot with me, and with certain other people they don't. Right, so at the moment I'm just cutting around this a bit, being a bit lazy, because I think I'm going to have to separate him quite a lot. Oh, that's very close. I've missed a bolt. I'm gonna leave that. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. No. Right. So. Oh. Now I'm just kind of doing a rough cut out with the magic wand, which is tolerance is quite set quite high. So that's half that. As you can see, we've got wispy bits here. That's not high enough. I'm a bit worried about the fur. What are you doing? What are you thinking about? You click the background, you want to cut the background out. The background's already cut out. You're just doing what you bloody well want. Is that part of the... Yeah, that is, isn't it? Right. Let's get the lasso on the go. Right. So, this might be very boring. I will, however, cut this down. After my first attempt, which I haven't uploaded at this point, maybe I will upload it later. But yeah, the first video I did ended up being 2 hours. That was a full shoot though, but not with particularly crazy effects. And I haven't brought myself to upload it. Just me waffling, changing curves, not inspiring. But then the hope is by doing this, people can kind of see how you don't even have to, because I don't say it, I don't think I'm very good at this. People seem to like what I do, so hopefully by sharing this, people are like, oh, yeah, kinda easy. I think I'll give it a go myself. Great. Oof, that's very, very dark. Only gonna half cut around that, because I think I'm gonna just try and hide the detail in smoke later on. Now I'm gonna actually cut out this bit, because my mouse is so rubbish. It's not always safe to try and do a full cut out in one go. So I will just take chunks off at a time. Seems to be the safest way of doing things. If there's a way to kind of backtrack a point, then that would be great. Oh shit, see? What did I click there for? So if I come back, no. See, if I could go back one spot here, so back to that bit, that would be amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get the eraser. Is that what we're calling it? Yeah, eraser. And I'm just gonna cut around the bit that I done alright-ish. So I can just get back to the point I was at before. Right, how well do we go in between the hair there? Quite a bit. But I think, yeah, looking at the angle, it looks like that is just catching light, so I think that's the right cut-off point there. So despite the fact that there's not really much red light in that example I showed you on Google, I think I'm going to have to make the light work. I don't think I personally, could I? I might be able to shift the red highlight. I'm going to loosely go around hair. Again, I'm going to try and hide the blend there later on. I could probably benefit from doing some some retouching tutorials myself, like hair. I guess now that I have more time to do this kind of thing, I should. There's no excuse. I can hear my phone vibrating behind me. I'm actually gonna crack on. Check my phone in a moment. And I've got a lamp on behind my computer to try and illuminate me better, not that I've got a face that needs to be illuminated better. And it's making things very warm here. Phone. Just so next Saturday, the 1st of October, I'm going to be at Lincoln, which is in Lincoln, my hometown. I say it's my hometown. I'm actually originally from Gainsborough in Lincolnshire, but saying Lincoln is just generally easier, despite the fact no one knows where Lincoln is. They can't point to it on a map. It's the second largest county in the UK, and yeah, people are just a bit daft. No, I'm not living in Lincolnshire anymore. I actually live in a village just outside of Durham in the north. Oh, stop scrolling. I was originally living in Northumberland until last week, and now I'm here. So I've been exploring new locations. It seems to be good for like high school-esque places. Oh crap, I got kicked. And I did find one place that might work for like a clean sci-fi. I guess I could whiten the concrete. Are you? Hang on. Bring that back in. Ah, no, you are Gauntlet. Right. Getting there. So probably just looking at my hat at the moment. I'm just getting. Alright, my eyesight isn't particularly great. 2 detached retinas, PVD and cataracts will do that to you. So my eyes don't work like your eyes, but they work well enough to do this. Right. So I'm going to be mildly sensible. I'm going to save this. That's in the right place. Yeah. Well, that saved. Right. Now, can we make red purple? Apparently I've been looking at shades of pink already. As you can see by my new office, it needs painting or covering up with like posters, because that's the kind of office I like. And I want a deep purple. In fact, what I'm going to do is G, but not a gradient, not yet. Right, and I'm going to have a look at blending options. See that kind of getting there. So that's hue. Oh, now see, I like how purple seeped out onto the things. Kind of works. So it's seeped out onto the wall. Literally most of my time is just spent like going backwards and forwards between effects. See, that looks quite genuine, and then the red makes sense. I'm gonna keep that. Am I gonna change the opacity? No. Keep you at 100. Right, now renders. So if I got the same smoke effect twice. Right. So if we go back to the picture, as you can see, we'll go back to this one. You've got the central kind of source where everything's joined down. Then you've got just the smoke just falling down there, and you've got these dark bits, light bits, and then is that the character down there? I don't know. Right. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with this, and we're gonna rip it. So I use a lot of PNGs. It's a mixture of laziness and lack of skill. Right, so if I shift this colour, so it was quite bright on the edges, wasn't it? I'd say quite bright, brighter than dark. I'm just gonna, so you can just see that red coming through, so it makes a little bit of sense. Now effects, there we go, smoke wind render. Oh, zoom out a little bit so I can drag that larger. So we're just going to lay this on pretty thick, I think. So I just got that round the edge. I'm going to copy this layer and I am going to flip it. Now I'm not quite sure how my computer's handling recording this at the same time, so I've probably gone quite juddery while I'm doing stuff. So I'm going to mirror this horizontally. There we go. But I'm just going to I'm going to pull that up there just so it doesn't match up. Right. Now, so at the moment, it doesn't really look the same, does it? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to render some clouds. That'll do. Just seeing if I can get a bit more detail, a bit of energy. Right, E. Maybe a bit too big. I wonder if we colorize this in a blue. There we go. I actually think this layer now should be what? Right, so I think to the side panels I'm going to add a motion blur. Which one are we doing? The one that's on that side. I'll just start going straight down. that, I don't think. Hang on, let's go extreme. Generate, yeah. Let's just keep it clean. Right. Got some free roller cola from the shop. Give me a scratch card for spending over £10. Won some roller cola, which is a shame because I was trying to be good. Honestly, I really was. Right. Right. Oh shit. Right, so we've still actually got the furry bits to deal with. So I'm just gonna sort that. I'm gonna change that to 50. So I'm just trying to make it look like the light is come through there. Do the hairline as well. So I've just got an eraser at 50%, just so I can blend it. Get a little bit more on the edges than on the actual like furry bits. I think this side's not going to look as good. I think I might. I guess if I put smoke in front. See, I'm not liking this as much now. I think so that I'm making the purple stand out more. So if we have, right, should I put my wind effect in? As you can see, I've got like a weird collection of effects, some more useful than others. There we go. So this is actually a sand wind effect. Drag this up above everything. I think I'm going to flip that. So we're going to edit, transform, flip horizontally. Kind of hoping that would disguise that bit a bit more. Colorize. let's have a look how we're doing. Oh, I thought for a second my little sister was actually living in Lincoln. I struggled to keep up with what people are doing now. And well, I've never good at it before anyway. Right, so I'm just gonna. So I've rasterized the sand layer just because I don't want all these bits in front to be so prominent. But then I also need to sort out his hairline. So I'm just rubbing around this now. Now his actual, original layers are all hanging out in the background there. Still quite rough on the edge there. And I feel like these side bits now need to be darker. What? Yeah, that's better. Did I make a note of what number that was? No. No, I just did it. Right. Evidently. Oh, there we go. Do not show again. Better. Right. No. Having a think again. I think I'm gonna duplicate that background smoke layer, but I'm gonna get rid of the smart filters. Can't even see the sides there. That's because it's hidden by lots of stuff. No, not Control B, Control U. Put it right. Blue. Right. So really, I don't think there's much left to do. Kind of want to put a lens flare behind everything and on top of everything. Right, I'm gonna save this because what I'm gonna do next, once this is saved, is I'm going to merge all the layers apart from. I'm gonna merge all them. I'm gonna merge all the layers. Do a separate but before that, I'm gonna duplicate the Arkyl layer, so that I can put the lens flares behind him, because lens flare will only apply to one layer if you just do it like this, and you know it becomes a bit jarring at times. You probably can't actually see the save bar; it's probably hidden by my webcam here. So on 80, and it's done. So I'm gonna copy these and then merge these. Now if I add, so we're going to render and lens flare, and I kind of want that higher. Right. If we trick the canvas size, so I'm gonna make it think that we've got stuff going on up here, which we don't. Distort, because I think this is the last thing I need to do. So I'm going to put that so it's only just coming in. Right. Background's a bit too bleak, so red doesn't make much sense. Right. It's all about the layers today. I am winging this as I go on, by the way. Like, it wasn't much of a plan. Did I shoot this one with 55? Would have done, probably. It's hiding that too much. But then if we no. No, I think we were on the ball before. I think. Oh, there's some blue wispy bits. Right. So now we're going to do some blue wispy bits. No. Flow. Is that the thing I used to use? So if I remember correctly, oh. That used to be a thing where it would just like taper off, like you just got a paintbrush going. but I just can't remember it. So, what I'll do is I'll be lazy. Right, so there's one. And I'm gonna duplicate this. And I'm just gonna use warp to make it the shape I want. So, there's warp. Make you tapered. Should have got rid of that other one. Right, filter. So we're going to add a Gaussian blur. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Feels right. Control U. No, well. Can I match it with that blue? Yeah, it's matching with something. Right. B. So I'm just putting a few of these random wisps in. I'm gonna actually mess about with the shape of this one, make it a bit larger. I really don't know how my computer's handling filming and doing this. See if we can blend it a bit better. Don't imagine we can. Let's maybe turn the opacity down a bit. Just giving them random allocations there. I think. Oh no, motion blur. I'm still feeling this. Bet it makes any difference. Might as well keep that out. Really do want like a source of light behind him, or above him. But I think that's something I should have probably done on location. So I'll just try to apply this to the background. No, it doesn't blend. Right, so I think that's it. So there's only one thing to do now, which is to add my watermark. If you use Photoshop frequently, you probably wonder why I do things the way I do. I just found this to be the easiest way of making sure the watermark falls in the same spot every time. Unless I'm using Lightroom, where it's just dead easy. You just say, right, put it there, a bit above there, a bit to the side. It's fine. Though I'm not quite sure how to do that just straight up Photoshop, so I do it this way. And that's it. Oh, hang on, I don't like that bit on his hair there, do I? That's a bit much. A bit much. Yeah. There we go. Now, am I bothered about the fur? It's worked out alright on that side, it's just this side. Yeah. And there you go. So, if I zoom out, and there, oh, for God's sake. And there you have it. So, that is Arkyl Cosplay as World of Warcraft Death Knight, emerging from, is it Hellgate, a portal? Emerging from somewhere with some smoke effects. And yeah, so I've been Nicholas Gray. If you like this and like my work, check out my page on Facebook. It's Photography by Nicholas Gray. You'll see a slimmer, more Disney Prince version of me as profile picture. Kind of ruin that with the hair flicking to the side. That's me. And yeah, if you've got any tips, leave some comments. If you'd like to see anything else, also leave comments. Alright, thanks.